Just getting ready for the New York Open in a few minutes here. I added the 5-minute chart back to the mix. We had some 8:30 news. Looks like price dropped off pretty well after the news there. Point of control up in this big top wick. Double Heikin-Ashi went bearish. Started dropping off there. I've got the flow stack on the 5-minute chart showing me the delta for the NQ and the ES. And the flow stack is also painting the candles when the Heikin-Ashi is bearish or bullish on both the NQ and the ES. Then I've got the same 1-minute and 60-minute chart that I've been using all week. Got my hot chocolate, ready to stack some micros. Just got long here after we filled the gap. We had a mixed bag of delta between the NQ and the ES. Point of control was starting to get drawn down into the wick. So as we started popping back up here, hopped in on a little long. Got around 10 points. Just grabbed a VWAP bounce. We had VWAP, London Open, midnight, bunch of key levels right there. Came right up to VWAP. We just bounced down 50 points. Still had a decent amount of negative delta on the ES 5-minute coming in. I just hopped in on a long on this candle. This area kept holding. We had point of control down in the wick over here. When I got in, we had positive 200 delta. Got into a long. I actually forgot that this was MNQ delta. So 200 on the MNQ is definitely not the same as 200 on the regular NQ. So I actually maybe lucked out a little bit there. But I had my take profit right before the current day open. Grabbed 10 points there. It was also a previous area of strong buying on the delta profile at 756. Pretty much exactly where price came down to down here. Now we're getting a very nice rejection. So I just grabbed a long down here at yesterday's point of control. We had this candle with a huge amount of delta get rejected off of VWAP in this midnight London Open area. We had a very deep pullback right to yesterday's point of control. And even though the delta was strong, it wasn't as strong as the previous candle. So I went for a bounce trade. We just popped up about 40 points. This is definitely some rangy, choppy action on a FOMC Wednesday morning, but the range is about 90 points, so still able to get some good moves in there. So I had to go make an early second cup of hot chocolate. I just missed like the last 10 minutes. Looks like we had the breakout above the midnight level. Got a nice pop up and then more chop fest. So maybe it was a good time to take a hot chocolate break. This last 5-minute candle, holy moly, look at all the delta on the NQ and the ES. And we're still getting a pop up. I took a little loss trying to get short here in the 50s after all this delta. On the next 5-minute candle, we had even more delta on the NQ coming through. Huge full-bodied candle to the upside. We're getting a nice push up now. I actually went long after the close of this candle when we broke above yesterday's high on the next candle. Grabbed about 10 points. Grabbed another long after the close of this 5-minute candle. Just huge amounts of delta there on the NQ and the ES. Grabbed a long, looking to retest R1. Just popped up 15 points after the close of this 5-minute candle. We're continuing to get a very nice pop up after this mega delta candle. Just looking at the 60-minute chart. Got some nice rejection wicks back here around 990 and then 25,060. I took a loss trying to take a short around whole number. We just blew through whole number. As we were coming up, we're coming up into the red zone, the Bollinger Plot, getting these gold arrows. Had the delta percentage turn neutral up here at the top wick. Started getting some negative delta coming in on the MNQ, also the ES, and we just popped down over 20 points from the close of this candle. My trading has been a little bit subpar today, just kind of going back and forth. I just got into a short based off of this previous 5-minute candle. Look at point of control, this little yellow line right at the tippy top of the wick. So we just kept hanging out in this 560 area, which, if you remember, I pointed out this huge wick right here, right at 560. This was the low of that prior day as well. So back in the green. Got about 5 minutes until 10:30. We are well above the 250 SMA. Can't even find it on this chart. I had to add the 250 SMA to this chart, but it's way down here around 900. So I am more interested in longs, but I would definitely like a retracement from where we're at before trying to get into a long. All right, so we got a little bit of a pullback, 10:30. I tried for a little long here when we had all this delta coming in. Had a bunch of reversal signals building up. Didn't stay in very long. I think I got 5 or 6 points. Had the 20 SMA coming up. And then the 5-minute chart was looking a little bit bearish. We had all these pointing controls drawn up into these top wicks. And then this full-bodied 5-minute candle to the downside with some decent delta. This is the MMT flow stack showing the delta numbers for the NQ and the ES and painting the candles based off of Heiken Ashi across the NQ and the ES. Then I've got the ultimate VWAP on the chart and the 20 SMA. So the 10:30 long trade is playing out pretty well. I should just be done for the day. It's after 10:30. I'm in the green. I'm just finding myself wanting to stay a little bit longer because I was up a lot more earlier. But really I should just be trading the 1 hour a day, and win, lose, or draw should just be done. However, I persist. This is not financial advice. Just got into a short. We had a bunch of negative delta coming in on this candle, bigger percentage. I was looking for a pullback back to the 20 SMA. We just got the pullback to the 20 SMA. There's also the 50 level. Getting a little rejection here. Grabbed my 10 points. Just grabbed another short. We rejected this previous high back here. Started getting a bunch of negative delta coming in. Looking at these 5-minute candles with point of control up into the wicks. Hopped in on a short. Grabbed like 7 or 8 points. Just got into another short. Neutral delta percentage up here. Had a delta percentage washout. Some negative delta. We were right at whole number. Thought we'd get a little pullback off a whole number. Got my full 10 points there. Got a delta percentage divergence signal up here. We popped above whole number. I was looking for it to pull back to whole number. We pulled back all the way to the 20 SMA. Grabbed another 10 points or so. Up around $100 on each of the 3 Lucid accounts. I think I'm going to call it a day there. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. There are links to all of the MMT indicators in the description. And anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan at any of the prop firms, you are the absolute best. Thanks so much for your support. Apex has 90% off and some good deals on the PA fees. Lucid has 40% off, no monthly subscription, no funded account activation fees. Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, and TradeDay all have great deals. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.